welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back. I don't know who you are, but I would gladly like to know you. We are going to be talking about Aang and Korra, the best avatars that we know. Okay? Now, for starters, I'm only comparing them because we don't know much about the other avatars, unless you read the books that they have. And also, I have the books. I'm missing Kyoshi's books, and I'm so sad about that because I absolutely loved Kyoshi. She's such a girl boss, okay? But I haven't really started reading them. I think to the first one. I don't know which one I'm on, okay? Let's not judge here, but we're gonna talk about how Aang is compared to Korra. Oh my god. There's a lot to talk about. Y'all want to say whatever you want to say, but in my opinion, Aang might be better. I love that Korra is a girl boss, but there's a couple things that I need to talk about this girl, because oh my god, what are you doing? What are you doing? I can't stand it, okay? I really can't. My thing is, right, she is, how do I explain this? Messy. Okay, Aang was a little messy too. I'm not gonna lie, Aang was a little messy too. But Aang never broke up a couple multiple times and then kiss somebody while they were in a relationship, which I can't blame her because Mako didn't tell her that she had gotten with his girl. I don't remember her name. I'd have to go back and watch the episode. But oh, and don't mind this. I put a whole bunch of body on my body. But no. Aang wasn't one to break up a relationship, okay? He was messy. I'll give him that. He was messy, because that whole thing with the play and Zuko and Katara and everything, that was messy of him. And then kissing her after that was messy, but it wasn't as messy as Korra. And also, I feel like them as avatars, she was more I have to save the world, and Aang was more I have to save the world, but I'm also a kid. They're also two different ages, right? He's technically 12. She's, I think, 18? She's older than him by a lot. So the groups were two different, and honestly, Team Avatar, the first one, was better. They were just better, okay? Don't fight with me on it. They were better. I feel hold on. I feel like Aang was just playful, which also made him more trustworthy in a sense, right? Korra, she wasn't really listening to Tenzin, you know. Honestly, I wouldn't say Aang was listening to anybody but himself half the time. There's multiple reasons why. I think because he wanted to be friends with everybody. He wanted to save the world, but he had all this pressure on him as a 12-year-old who just found out that his entire nation was just wiped out of existence after he disappeared. You gotta give the kid a break. Korra, she's been on it by Aang's wife, Katara. She was learning. She had almost 3 elements. She had 3 elements down, right? Okay, so why was it such a problem for her to get it one and done, boom and bang? She was struggling to take out, and it was a lot, okay? It was a lot. It was just messy and weird, and the whole show, I like the show. So the reason I found out about Avatar: The Last Airbender was actually through that show, because it popped up on my Netflix account. So I watched Legend of Korra before Avatar. I just finished Avatar again, which kind of is why I'm making this video, because comparing the two, a lot. But I feel like Jin of Korra, wow. I'm so sorry. Legend of Korra. she kind of just like, oh, we have to save the world, but I'm also worried about, airbending and blah, blah, blah. Aang was more like, I just got into a new world. Let's explore while teaching me so I can defeat the Fire Lord. Mind you, the Fire Lord was probably scarier than the Bloodbender. Right? Like, he was scarier. And he had all the troops. Most of the people that, I don't remember what they're called, right? But the little metal people, they weren't as intimidating as Ozai. I say that because Ozai is literally not only the Fire Lord, both children tried killing each other, right? Azula, bad, crazy. Like, I love her. Oh my god, I love her. As a character, would I be friends with her? No. Do I respect her? Yes. Would I want to be with her for Halloween? Also, yes. And Zuko, I'm not getting on Zuko yet, because, oh my god, that's a story for another day. But Zuko was very respectable. He wanted to gain his honor and regain his father's love by capturing the Avatar, right? We all know the story. And it was like, they're both kind of crazy, but you also have to understand that one grew up with a dad, and then one grew up with Uncle Iroh. So, Zuko ended up being good. And I feel like Zuko was just like, a misunderstood character throughout the whole series. Like, when we first got introduced to Zuko, I was just like, you know what? After, we explained the burn, I was like, he's not trying to physically hurt somebody just to hurt somebody because he's bad. He wants to be loved by his dad. That's called daddy issues, okay? Also, don't mind those. Those are things I'm selling. I know it looks messy. But my thing is about Zuko is, he tried killing the Avatar, and now he's on the Avatar scene. He's trying to get rid of the Father Lord, which I think is hilarious. But basically, he wasn't, terrible. So when you put his entire family line with Ozai, and how he generally just wanted the Avatar dead, I feel that's, a lot of pressures compared to Korra, and how she had a group of people want her dead that were equalist, right? The equalists wanted her dead, and they wanted her to get rid of all bending, right? So they took over, but you had the entire Fire Nation against her. You had two shit kids crazy trying to kill her and each other at the same time. And you had Fire Lord Ozai. Mind you, Aang only knew airbending. So, it was crazy, right? Okay. It was a lot. Next, let's talk about people and Aura, right? Because Aura is the, new cool thing. I don't understand it, right? But from my understanding, Aura's look at that, that's cool, whatever. Mind you, I'm 15. I don't know what it is. I should, but I don't care. But their auras are too different. I love when people are always like, oh, Korra has more aura. And I'm just sitting there no. Because I feel like even though Korra had the opportunities to be better than Aang, she just wasn't. She tried. This girl didn't even listen to Aang. She didn't even listen to Aang half the time. So I don't even want to talk about that. But she just couldn't give what Aang gave, right? I'm going to show you 2 clips, right? And then I'm going to tell you why one has more aura. his show. Even like throughout the show, when he was defeating like the Fire Nation back in the North Water Tribe, that was aura compared to Korra. Oh, that's been rhyming! Hey! But Korra just didn't have like the same amount of respect from me that Aang does, because he went from being this silly little goofy kid to almost killing an entire nation, right? And a whole bunch of Fire Nation soldiers. And then he almost killed Ozai, which also I have to give him respect for that, because he didn't. He went, you know what, I'm not going to end it like this. Let me just take your firebending, okay? He let him live, because that's Aang's law. Korra, I feel like she'd be like, and you're dead, right? She would purposely try killing you if she didn't like you. Which is my opinion, don't come for me. That's just how I feel about the characters. I know that's like not technically factual or anything, but I just feel like this whole thing is around opinions and who is better. And I can't say that one is better than the other. And like, if I was in your shoes and you said Korra is better, we can argue for hours. But I'm not going to sit up and tell you, you're wrong. Nope, that's not true. Aang is superior to Korra, right? Like, she's more messy. She's not as good skill-wise. I feel like with people, she was a people person, but I feel like Aang had more of a extroverted, playful side. So he, like, kids his age would trust him. Adults would trust him. Boomy, oh my god, I love Boomy. He got Boomy to remember him, right? Just by looking at him. That shows you that even throughout 100 years and disappearing, Aang could leave a long impression on someone. I don't feel like Korra even did that to me while watching the show. Y'all. She didn't even do that to me while watching the show. Aang, I'll be here 40, 50 years telling my grandkids, oh yeah, Aang was superior compared to her, but what's her name? Right? Like, she just didn't have the same level of, I want to say, Avatar as Avatar The Last Airbender. The entire show is whack compared to Avatar The Last Airbender, right? But if you were to put Avatar Legend of Korra and Avatar Last Airbender live, I'll give it to Legend of Korra. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh my god, you see, oh, they're killing me. They hurt so bad, and I don't want to put like concealer over them. Anywho, but like, there's not much to say about Korra and Aang, because I'm 15. I don't really do my research on these things. I literally just was like, you know what? I was watching the two, and I was just like, you know what? Let me pull up my camera. Let me tell y'all my opinion, and y'all can fight with me in the comments if you want. I don't care. No, listen, I'm gladly willing to argue with grown men about Avatar. I'm sorry. That was funny. Just thinking about arguing with grown men who probably live in their mama's basement is just wild to me. But, you know, there's like certain moments in the show where I feel like, oh my god, I feel like I feel like Aang is just like superior. Like, the whole show, the way it's put together is like you're going on an adventure with them. You're part of the gang. Legend of Korra, I feel like, yeah, I'm part of the gang, but I'm not really part of the gang. Like, you get some background, you get some moments, and like, if you were to compare like Bolin and Sokka, I would say Sokka wins when it comes to making me laugh, right? Because Bolin, he's a funny guy, but I feel like he's just not as good. If you were to compare Katara and Mako, honestly, I'd have to give that to Katara too. Because as much as, like, I love Mako, he just doesn't have the same level of, I would say, like, relatable. Like, I haven't lost my mother, but the episode where they went deeper into it when she went on her little field trip with Zuko, that had me all up in my feels. I've never had an episode of anything do that to me. I was in tears before I started recording. Y'all probably should go watch that video to go see that, because that was, I want to say that was pretty funny to be recording myself like that. It's embarrassing, sure, it's gonna be on the internet for a while, but that was funny. And like, what's her name? The non-airbender girl that Mako was dating. I don't remember her name. I'm so sorry. I really don't. And it drives me crazy. But, right, her compared to Suki, Zuko, Momo, Appa, all of them, man, she can't even come close to the gang. Like, even our non-airbenders, non-bender people, she can't come close. And she had the little glove thing to help her, like, with the electricity and crap. Like, I feel like Sokka, even without being a bender, had more fighting skill than, like, not more, because you didn't really see, like, Sokka actually, like, hands-on, boom, 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 boom. But you, like, if I would have been in a room and I needed somebody to, like, save the day for me, I would go to Sokka. Because not only would he have me feeling safer and wouldn't leave me alone, but there's a higher chance that he's just gonna whip out a boomerang, hit them in the face, and then run. Okay? I don't want to have to be standing there awkwardly while you zap somebody with a glove. Like, her combat skills were nice and everything, but it's just not comforting, not safe to me. There's a whole bunch. So, the original Team Avatar was more superior, and while going on these field trips with them across the entire world, so Aang could, like, learn all these new things and meet all these masters, you feel like you're connecting more with the characters than you do in Legend of Korra. And I feel like that's the biggest part about it. If I'm going to be watching a show, I want to be able to connect with my characters. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please watch another one if you want to watch either Get Ready With Me, you know, weird crap that I be posting, because I be posting a lot. Also, like, Avatar, there's a lot to be watching about me. I'm just a teen, okay? I'm just a girl. Don't come for me, I'm just a girl. Anywho, goodbye. This is my little unfried dough Aang saying peace out.